Hello, gorgeous. It's Kirsty K here. I just thought I would come and check in with you all, you beautiful people, and let you know how I'm doing and what I'm doing and how things are going, because this is just so good for me for accountability, and yeah, I don't want to stop it. So I am following the ultimate weight loss, as I've mentioned before. I have to say I'm really enjoying eating again, and I don't know when I'll do another juice fast, but not soon. I'm really working on reestablishing my relationship with food and getting past the place of using food for things that food was never meant to be used for. And the only way that I can truly know whether I'm accomplishing that goal and really doing that is by eating. Because juicing was a fabulous way to reset my palate, to retrain my brain, to teach me that I'm stronger than I think I am, to make me not afraid of hunger and able to really just continue to I mean, it was a good place to start to put food in its proper place. But now I feel like I am at a place where I need to exercise the act of eating in healthy ways. So here's how I'm doing that. This is a 1 pound bag of frozen green beans, and this is my breakfast. So one of Chef AJ's tenets is to eat vegetables for breakfast. And I may have mentioned this before, but the reasoning behind it, and honestly, for years, I've known about this. I've known about Chef AJ, and I've known about her plan, and I even joined her plan years ago. But I always felt like it was so restrictive, and I always felt like, why would I want to eat vegetables for breakfast? Like, crazy people do that. I'm not going to do that. But I think one of the things that juicing did for me was to make me willing to do something like this and eat vegetables for breakfast. And here's the reasoning behind it. So if you start your day in a savory way, which she likes to say, you are not setting your palate up for, you know, like normally I would eat maybe oatmeal and berries, or, and the way I made my oatmeal before was I put a fair amount of salt in it, a fair amount of maple syrup in it. I would often add nuts, and then a few different kinds of fruit and almond milk. So when you look at that, I was just sort of replacing all of those addictive foods with healthier versions of the salt, the fat, and the sugar, and calling it oatmeal. So you can see how that would set you up for your day of craving more of the salt, the fat, and the sugar, healthier versions of that. And you can see, you can imagine how that can keep your brain looking for, craving for some of those more highly palatable foods, even in healthier versions. For instance, an all fruit, natural peanut butter on Ezekiel bread sandwich, which sounds really healthy, or almond butter even. Almond butter, all fruit spread, Ezekiel bread, sounds like a really healthy meal. And indeed, it is a healthier choice than, you know, regular peanut butter and jelly with hydrogenated oils and on Wonder Bread, which is just, you know, nonsense. But the problem with that goes back to calorie density. And even the healthier version of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is going to be like 2,500 calories per pound, which is how you determine calorie density. That doesn't mean you would eat an entire pound of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It just means that on the calorie density scale, that is still a very high calorie food, albeit nutritious. So you can see how you can think that you're doing well with your eating, and indeed you could be adding much healthier versions of these foods to your diet and still not be losing weight. And I think that's the trap that I was in. So starting your day in a savory way is one way to train your palate to just sort of gravitate towards those healthier foods, the greens and the more natural foods, the lower calorie density foods. So vegetables have about 100 to 200 calories per pound in them. This is 1 pound of green beans. It's going to be my breakfast. You can see it's in my Pyrex dish that I heated it up in. This is going to fill me up. And it's not going to fill me up for a really long time because granted, it's 100 calories. But it is going to expand my stomach. It's going to give me fiber. It's going to give me some phytonutrients. It doesn't have to be green beans. It's not green beans for me every day. Sometimes it's steamed kale. Sometimes it's a Normandy blend from Costco, which I really like. And that's got carrots and broccoli and cauliflower and green beans, and I think that's it. So that's an option too. So anyway, I'm starting my day in a savory way, and that is one of the things I am doing to follow Chef AJ's plan. But not because it's Chef AJ's plan, but because it is a path towards training my brain and my palate to crave food for what it was meant for, which is nutrition, and not to fire dopamine and make me crave highly palatable fat, sugar, and salt. So, yeah, that's one of the things that I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it. The other thing that I'm doing is I have established a very consistent exercise routine. I know I talked to you guys about that before, but I have been going to my gym, has an 8:15 class every morning. I am there every morning at 7:45. I walk around the track for a half an hour. I go to my class for an hour, and I've gotten my exercise done for the day, and I feel great. I'm starting to feel stronger. I was actually in yoga today, and we were doing a move that I remember really struggling with and feeling strong, and I reminded myself that I'm getting stronger. So that feels really amazing to me. The third thing that I'm doing, which is also one of the tenets of Chef AJ's plan, is I am staying off the scale. I am weighing myself once a month. So I have not weighed myself since I stopped my juice fast, and I won't weigh myself until the first week in April. And that's really helping me because I'm not getting on the scale looking for affirmation that I'm doing things right. If I'm starting my day with vegetables, I'm going to the gym Monday through Friday, every single day. I am eating when I'm hungry and stopping when I'm full. That's the other thing that I'm doing. I can't believe how full I get so quickly. I honestly, last night, if I showed you a picture of the plate that I took, I made a lentil loaf in muffin tins, which is a really fun way. So I took 3 little lentil loaf muffins, or like individual lentil loaf. I took probably a cup or a cup and a half of glazed carrots, and I took some garlic mashed potatoes, and I put it all over a bed of mixed greens, and it filled up my dinner plate. And my husband looked at me like, seriously, you're gonna eat all that? And I was like, I can if I want to. It's all healthy. It's all in my plan, and I'm going to, and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna. I ate a third of it, and I was full. And it is a miracle to me that I actually stop eating when I'm full. I've never been able to do that. I thought my hunger and fullness mechanisms in my body were broken, like permanently damaged from all my years of yo-yo dieting. I was wrong. You can retrain your brain and your mouth and your mind and your body to listen to itself, to those hunger, fullness signals. And I am living proof that I spent years and years and years ignoring those signals, and I'm starting to listen to them again. And that's another thing that juicing really, really helped me with, was that sense of fullness, that ability to decide I'm full. And then, because my body's getting what it needs, and because my brain knows that whenever I'm hungry, I will let it eat, I'm starting to trust myself again. I'm starting to get to the place where I can say, okay, I ate one of those muffins, a half of the carrots, about half of the mashed potatoes and maybe like a third of the greens or half of the greens, and probably a third of my dinner is what I actually consumed, and I could put it away. I could hand my plate to my husband and say, I'm done, and be like, dang, I wanted to eat more, but my stomach's telling me I'm full, and I know that the next time I want food, I can have more. And that's something that this whole deprivation, restriction mindset leads to continuing to binge. It leads to this feeling of, if I stop eating now, I'm never going to get more. It's a ridiculous thought in America today. It's a ridiculous thought that, oh my gosh, I have to eat this as fast as I can before I get full because I just want it so bad and I don't want to stop eating. And that is like my addictive brain talking. But that addiction, that is beginning to quiet and calm. My brain is starting to calm, and I'm starting to believe that when I'm hungry, I get to eat. And yeah, so all of those things are going on. I'm also stopping eating right around 7 o'clock. We eat dinner about between 6 and 6:30. And honestly, I'm not hungry again for the rest of the night. So I told my husband last night, I'm like, I keep wanting to make ice cream with the frozen bananas. And I don't, because I'm not hungry. I'm like, one night, I swear I'm going to have that for dinner because I just have been wanting it, but I'm not getting it because I'm eating all the food, the other food that I'm eating, and I'm getting so full. So yeah, I'm on a path of healing, a path of self-love, a path of compassion, a path away from restriction, a path towards abundance. And it's feeling really beautiful and really healing. And I'm going to keep going on this path. And I will check in with you again. I'm going to go eat my vegetables for breakfast while they're still hot. And I love you all. I hope you're all doing well. Comment below in what you're doing that's working for you, because I want to build a community around our healing journeys, and I hope that you'll join me. So have a great day, and let's chew.